Oh, hey guys. It's funny because this is probably the millionth time that I've tried to record my first episode of this Let's Play series. So I'm just gonna cut the crap because I'm just kinda. I'm sorry, but I'm done. Oh my gosh. I'm just amazed that I'm actually able to record this and the audio works and the video works and the whole thing isn't like totally falling apart. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I had a coughing fit. So, this is my testing world. This is where I've been trying to figure out some of the details of my next big build. So, I'm playing on a multiplayer server instead of doing, a single player. I've been playing on this server for a really long time already, and so now I'm just making a series on it, and I want to kind of show y'all what I'm doing, but at the same time, I want to start a completely new thing with y'all altogether. And so I'm creating a new village, a new area that I'm going to build in. So I already have a lot of builds that I've set up already, and I'd like to show y'all what I have done in the past. But for right now, I want to start something new with y'all, something that we're doing together, and I'm not like, oh yeah, well, here's this thing that I did forever ago. So here you have it. This is what I've been working on. So I'm mostly a castle builder. I like doing medieval builds. That's what most of my builds are. That's what my main build on the server is a castle. It's okay. But anyway, I wanted to do something different. I've never done a build that doesn't have to do with a castle, really. It all has to do with medieval stuff. So I'm doing a frontier base. So this is a pretty unique idea. I don't see a lot of people making forts or like a frontier base, and I want to go all out. So I'm doing a lot of stuff with this. I want to make it, you got your frontier cabins, and I want to have a really, really nice fort. And I came up with this wall design, and I really like it. I thought, oh, I need to have some super detailed walls, and I need to go in here and like have a bunch of layers and have a bunch of pillars everywhere. And, that's a lot of extra work. And it wouldn't have been true to actual frontier forts. Actual frontier forts are just like this, where you'll have logs that are stacked up in a row like that. Some of them have spikes. It depends on the frontier base. But this was during a period of America when we were kind of expanding. I'm going to treat this village, this fort that I'm going to create, as kind of like the 1700s. We're not talking about 1800 stuff. This is the 1700s. This is like America's been founded, and this is during Revolutionary period. So that's kind of the time frame we're talking about. And so during this time, there's a lot of different settlements that are out there. A lot of them were protecting themselves from the British during the war, but a lot of these were founded and created to protect settlers from Indians. So yeah, that was the only way they could survive for a long period of time, because you had Indians everywhere, and most of them wanted to kill you just because, and yeah, we can go into that. But like during this period of time, it's like, okay, yes, there were settlers, there was pioneers that were bad people who thought that Indians were evil and they just killed them and whatever. They weren't human beings. And there's a bunch of Indians who were total savages. They really were. And they brutally murdered hundreds and hundreds of people just because. And it was absolutely wrong. So, a lot of people want you to believe that, the white man came in here and we just took over and we're all a bunch of jerks. And some of that's true, some of it is, but most of it isn't. And there was evil on both sides. And so what I'm trying to do here is I'm creating a base of just a bunch of families together. You know, they're going on an adventure and they're going to another area of the world that to them had never been explored. So that's what we're going for here. So as you can see, I've been trying to collect some wood. Oh, this was the design I was coming up for in my base, trying to collect some wood. So let's go ahead and show you what I'm doing in my... Oh my gosh, do you hear that? Oh, that storm. I don't know. I love storms, personally. I absolutely love them. So, let's kind of show you what I've been doing. This is way deep in the bowels of my base, and we'll explore my base later, but I just want to kind of explain what we're trying to do here. This is a mumbo jumbo design. Gosh, quiet down. I love storms though, even in Minecraft. So this is a mumbo jumbo design. So you have let's see, your saplings. Let's turn this on, kind of show you what it does. So you put down a bunch of saplings and there's bone meal there, and it spams the bone meal until it works, and it crushes the leaves and you get saplings back, and then you're able to start cutting down some trees. And apparently it's the fastest. I'll turn this off because the clicking noise is kind of bothering me. I'll have to change the settings later, but that's usually the fastest way to do it. The thing is, you just don't get back all of your saplings. You get maybe a third of the saplings back, and that's okay. So I tried to supplement that by creating a little tree farm here that's mainly for saplings. It lets the leaves decay and then bring back the saplings to this little area over here. But I realized with the amount of saplings this thing requires and what it needs, it's just not even worth it. And the bone meal, don't even, get me started about the bone meal. The bone meal is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So at this point, I'm like, screw that. I went to another tree farm that was like the super, super basic tree farm. And like, there was nothing to it. But I just spammed tons and tons of saplings in like a 50 by 50 area, and there was just like a couple hundred saplings laying around that were all being grown. And so like in that situation, you got yourself okay. Alright, so we're back at the Zedwork server. This is a little bit different of a design that I'm going for, what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get as much wood as possible. So I'm at my old base, where I'm it's my base of operations, where I have all my chests and all my stuff. I've been playing on here for a year or two, so definitely not new at this. So I do want to start something new for y'all, because y'all have never seen my work before, and I kind of want it to be something that we do together. So yeah. So right now I am doing the most efficient farm ever. What I found out. It took me a really long time to figure this out, but Mumbo Jumbo, he has been trying to figure out how to make the most efficient tree farm with redstone and all this stuff, and I used his design over there. I'll go show you his most recent design that he came up with is right about here. So the tree crusher and everything. The problem with this design is that the saplings just don't we can't get saplings back. We get maybe half the saplings back, not even half the saplings back that we use. So it just eats them up. It eats up saplings, but it is the fastest. If you're just going to do a world record and you had like 5 stacks of saplings, you're going to get wood probably faster than just about any other way. But when you're talking about real survival here, where you're just straight up trying to get as much wood as possible with, conservatively, you really have to be doing a design like this. So this is just simply, I'm just going to get as many saplings as I possibly can. Seriously. And lay them down like crazy everywhere. So the idea, one of the ideas of this kind of design is that there are so many saplings that there is always going to be one tree that is grown, that is fully grown, somewhere in this huge pattern. If I had every single one of these filled with saplings, one of them is guaranteed to be filled, almost. There might be times when I've cut down basically every tree, but even if with a high efficiency axe, this place is going to probably be covered with trees, and I'm not going to be able to keep up with the amount of trees that are going to be spawning. So, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I probably should focus my jack-o'-lanterns in one area so that I can actually start working on trees in one area. But yeah, I just created this little melon farm. I haven't had a pumpkin farm in a while, so I just created one in my base here. I don't know if it's going to stay. It probably will, because I'm going to be too lazy to tear it down or build anything better. So yeah, but I just wanted to let y'all know, because I really think that's the fastest way to get especially oak logs in this game. If you're talking about spruce, the easiest way, get yourself 4 saplings, you're good to go. You get a stack, like a stack and a half for every single 4x4 tree you take down a spruce. So, and that makes it ridiculously easy. So, it just goes to show that sometimes simple is better. I actually used a tree grid like this a couple days ago to already collect a bunch of wood, probably enough to do some of the first builds I want to do. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. No, I know this is ugly. I haven't done much in this area. So yeah, I got a bunch of saplings too. That's the other thing. With all those trees over there, you're getting just butt tons of saplings as well. So I got all this wood here, and I got all this here. So that's pretty good yield. I need a little bit more than that, I think, because I'm going to be making a wall, like y'all saw. I'm making an actual wall out of just oak. So that's going to require a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and collect some more. I'm going to finish this farm here, and I'm going to show you what... Alright guys, I know it's kind of loud. I'll turn my game sounds down a bit. I like thunder though. Makes me happy. So, y'all saw, I think I showed you all most of this. I bought some pumpkins. I got some pumpkins from somebody to finish off the farm so that I could have a really nice clean look. And I've already been working a little bit doing this, and guys, it is just the way to go. It's the way to go, man. So I don't have any saplings on me because I placed down like all the saplings that I had. I have like 3 stacks of saplings that are all here. The trees are just spawning everywhere. That's the thing. I mean, the only time that you have to spend extra, I think, with all this is like breaking leaves. So the other farm saves you a lot of time breaking leaves, and I mean, that makes it faster. I mean, having to do this and then switch to another object and all that can it's not the fastest thing in the whole world, but it does work. It works better in my mind. If you ask me, it's a better system. It just is. Alright, so I think we're in really good shape here. So, just show you how this works. So I got a bunch of saplings in my offhand here that I'm using. And so I'm just going around. Okay, so here, I mean, I guess the only thing is you got to break the leaves. But then I just go, boom, move on to the next tree. The next tree is over here. Boom. So yes, you can collect trees a little bit faster using Mumbo's method, but only for a limited time. This I can do forever. I'm never going to run out of saplings. I'm going to actually make a profit on saplings. So I could do this for like a little while. I could spend an hour doing this, make a profit of a couple stacks of saplings, and then use the extra saplings to work on Mumbo's farm. You know, I could use that design. So that way I can get, you know, I can get a little bit of both. I can use the farm that I already have and get the benefit of having faster production. And then, you know, I can use this more basic farm that's just more resource friendly and more practical. To be honest, it's just more practical in survival. Gosh, I got a lot of junk. Look at all those pumpkins. Okay. So, I spent maybe 15 minutes getting all 6 or 7 stacks there. Or what is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 stacks. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, this is pretty easy to do. I mean, you could use the same principle for a pumpkin farm. I mean, there's some auto pumpkin farms that are just really good. They cause a lot of lag. Some of them don't. There's some designs I've heard of that doesn't cause that much lag, you know. But, I mean, what could be faster than setting up like another 20, 30 rows of this, you know? If I went around and I did this with like, you know, 20, 30 rows that were all this size, I would have so many pumpkins spawning that I could get a stack in just a couple seconds. See, it's almost going that fast right now. But, you know, it just stopped right there. So that gave me 46. That's pretty good, you know? I just come by here every time it gets really full. You're going to have more pumpkins than you know what to do with very quickly. So I think we're about to have a really good amount, almost as much as we're going to need to make this frontier base. So the next objective is to go exploring. We have to go find a place to build it that hasn't been touched yet, and I want a really good spot that really works for what I'm going for. So, alright, it looks like we're all geared up for our adventure here. Let's see, we got all the right armor. Okay, so it looks like we're pretty good. We got enough food. This is going to be exciting. I've never kind of ventured out very far from my base, so we're going to go. I think I'm just going to start walking in a direction. We'll just see what happens. It's going to be exciting. Well, I guess since I'm here, I'll go ahead and show you a little bit of my base. I'm not going to really talk about it, but at least you can get an idea of the kind of work I do. So this is my castle. That was my little entrance upward. Maybe some things have changed since I've been out here. Obviously, I'm using the BOO's texture pack right now, and I still don't think I got the newest version, so it looks nice. I just felt like I should stay something closer to vanilla, you know? I just don't like how different they are to what everybody else sees. I like Conquest and stuff like that. It's a great pack, but like nobody else actually sees it like that. You know, and it's like, this is a pretty good build. Worked a really long time on all of it. Still had some work to do, but I'm just kind of, you know, you get tired of builds quickly, and sometimes you can come back to them, but you just get to a point where you're just done. So I'm just going to find a direction that I can go off in that's going to be fairly safe. I'll get back. Oh my gosh, okay, please. No. Okay, is he? Oh my gosh. No other mob is a big deal when you got full diamond armor, but good heavens. Endermen are still horrible. I'm not gonna look at you. I mean, I did pretty good. I got a lot of good hits off on him, but he just hits me a couple times and then I lose like 4 or 5 hearts. Why is he following me? Go away. Go away. What is this guy following me for? What are you doing? Go away. What the heck? Okay. So what I'm trying to find is just probably an open field. Oh good, it's raining. So, that's why Endermen are in the desert. Duh. Okay. So an open field is where you'd build a frontier fort because you want to have good line of sight. So you either do that, or I guess you could cut down a whole forest You know, so since you needed the wood to build your fort, you could plant down in a forest somewhere that's pretty thick, and then just cut down all the trees for like a really nice radius where you can see an approaching army or, you know, Indians coming up. Oh, so many pigs. I might just start killing pigs. I got looting 3 and fire aspect. So I can just get some pork chops to eat for a while. I haven't had real meat to eat in a long time. Because on this server, I love the owner of the server. He's a good guy. But, like, it's annoying because you can't stack animals on top of each other. You can only have, like, 2 or 3 animals that are kind of, like, touching each other before it'll start killing animals. So I understand that it causes lag, but it makes it really, really hard to farm, you know? So, let us see. Let's kill one more. See, what is that? 42. 42 pork chops. That's awesome. I spent hardly any time on that. So, I don't want there to be a desert. I don't like this really dry area. Because that's where I live. I live in Texas, and it's like, ugh. I want something like Montana. I was looking up like Fort Benton, I think it's called. And it's a really interesting place. It sounds like it was like way out there, and it was kind of help protect miners and things like that. So I thought that was cool. Savannah doesn't work for what I'm trying to do. I need something else. So let's keep moving in this direction. Pro tip: when you're traveling and you find resources all over the place that you don't actually need, pick them up anyway. Because if you did that every time you saw a resource that you don't need and just picked it up anyway, guess what? You have everything you need when you actually do need it. At least that's what I've found. So I could get a couple stacks of cactuses right now, and anytime I need green dye, I'll have what I need. I won't need to worry about, I gotta go collect them, I gotta go find them. You know? You don't need to worry about that. Hey, welcome back, guys. It's been a while. Sorry. But I'm back. This is kind of the area that I have settled on. This is a really good little plains biome that I found. I tried to find cold biomes. Where I have my castle is kind of a little bit in a warmer area than I would like. I'm kind of a more cold person. I like the cold better. And so you got a spruce forest over there. If you keep going that way, you go another 2,000 blocks and you hit like ice spikes biomes. So I don't want it to be like super snowy and cold and freakishly cold over there. But I want it to be like, oh, we're way up north, you know. This is the frontier America, and this is like Montana or something during the summer, you know. So this is kind of the area that I've chosen. It's a nice open field, so I can do a little bit of terraforming and make myself a really good platform with which to put my fort on. And the other really important thing about this, I'll probably put it like somewhere right here. The other really good thing is we got a very, very nice river here. It's a pretty substantial river, you know. We could treat this like it's the Missouri River, make it bigger, I don't know. But this is the way in which the settlers actually made it up here. Because without that, I mean, they wouldn't have been able to travel that long distance on foot. You would have to travel that whole distance 100% on foot. The only way to get up here, to get up this high, was traveling upstream on a river. So I'll probably do some lore there. We'll have some ways. We'll use some boats or whatever, some longer pioneer boats that you'd use on a river. So like we can show their boats, and they kind of built a makeshift dock here so that we can start building over here. And then I think there's a trail. Like if you talk about Fort Benton, I believe, there's actually a trail that went farther south towards some other areas, a little bit south of Montana. So this was this was probably the farthest fort. I mean, Benton was like the farthest fort out. So the other thing that's really cool about this area is we're the only people out here. This server has like maybe, 40, 50 active players, within a year. Like you have people that'll get off for a month, get on for a month, stuff like that. But it's a pretty big server for like a lot of consistency here. So here's some of the players that are playing right now. So yeah, this is way out here. I spent so many hours trying to find a place like this, and I don't think these are unloaded chunks. I mean, these chunks I loaded myself, which is rare. Most of this world is discovered. People really like to travel in this server, but man, it's like we're really pioneers here because this is undiscovered territory. Nobody's been here before, Certainly nobody's built over here before. So we're really striking out here, and I love that. It's kind of mirroring what I'm trying to build, and I love that. I think that's really cool. So I'm not going to be able to build much today. I think we've run out of time, but by next episode, whenever that'll be, I have no idea. I haven't figured half of this out. But by next episode, I should have a portal set up here, and I'm going to connect it to my castle. Maybe we could have some fun and build a one of those ice roads that you can put a boat on. So that would be really neat. That'd be really neat, and make it really, really easy to get over here with resources and stuff. So I'll go ahead and make a path over there. We can lay some ice on it and travel, to and from. And then we'll start work on the fort. I'm really, really excited about this. I think it's going to work out really good. So I think that's about all the time that I have for today, guys. Oh, there's a creeper over there. They're not going to bother me. Anyway, I will see y'all later. Goodbye.